So I am now into day 2 of my Kings Canyon trip. I just passed Lower Tent Meadow. There is a official tent site for it. I didn't camp that far away from it, but it's got a bear box there. I saw one tent. And now I'm beginning the rest of the climb. Should be about 4 miles to the top of this, and then I should be going down into Granite Basin and be up in the high Sierra, Sierra High Country, which is fun. I've already passed a couple of meadow areas. They're kind of slanted because I'm going uphill, if you can tell from my breathing. But morning, day 2, should be a good day. I've never seen this part of the backcountry before in Kings Canyon, so this is all going to be new to me, and should be fun. And this is what I'm climbing up through early in the morning. You can see the sunlight on the top of those trees up there. Nice wooded section. Again, it's got some meadows. It's just all uphill right now. So I'm going to be doing this for a while. Look at what the sun's doing now. Down this drainage here is the Copper Creek drainage, and down way at the bottom of there is Road's End, where I came from yesterday. And look at the sunlight. This is east sunlight streaming through that canyon with the road that you can drive down. Super pretty. Gorgeous. And then of course the sun is hitting these peaks over here. So just came up, and yeah, still got a ways to go, but still climbing, and things are starting to get very pretty. I know it doesn't look like much here, but I've just hit the saddle, so I'm a little over 10,000 feet right now. Down this way that you can't see through the trees is Road's End and the canyon that I came up. And so I've hit the saddle, and I'm headed this way. So down here beyond the trees is officially Granite Basin. So it looks like I'm going to kind of be walking this ridge, heading down, yay! But we'll see when I can get some views, because right now I'm just in the trees, which is nice, but I'll also like some views as well. Okay, I think this is it. I think I'm about to get a nice view. There's some nice views over here too. But this looks like Granite Basin, which I'm going to be hiking most of the rest of today. And that's gorgeous. That's cool. Welcome to the High Sierra. But there should be a lake, Granite Lake, down this way. To the right here, we're going to be following this traverse. And then not quite going to Granite Lake, but kind of passing by near Granite Lake. And then I'll be going over Granite Pass either today or tomorrow. But I'm already excited. That already looks really cool. I've just been scaring a whole bunch of grouse. And there's one right here. You can see him kind of trying to hide from me behind those trees. That's the 3rd one I've scared. The zoom doesn't work really well when I'm walking. But yeah, those are mountain birds. And you're high up, so I see, I can hear them. Oh, he's way up there. I can see marmots and picos and grouse at these high elevations. And he disappeared. But making my way down, still gorgeous. Passing some small meadows on my traverse, one of the sides of Granite Basin. This is the trail. Granite Basin's kind of over here. You can't see the basin itself right now. I love the little meadows. I don't like that they're dry though. So I'm looking for a place to fill up with water before Granite Pass. If I don't find one soon, I will be having to make the about a half-mile detour to Granite Lake anyway, because I need to get some water. But it's late in the season, and It's been a hot, dry year just in general, so these water sources are drying up. I'm still hoping I don't have to get off the trail, but we'll see. Like you can see, there's nothing in this little bed right here that would have been flowing from that meadow. So, might be making a detour. So this is about as good as I've seen so far for a water source. I might grab about half a liter from here. And if I find a better source, just dump it out. This is mostly insurance water anyway, because I didn't want to go over Granite Pass with the water I have now. I mean, I might be able to, but nice to have some insurance water. But otherwise, this is a very, very pretty treed section of the trail. I just wish it had a little bit more water. Approaching another beautiful high altitude meadow right before the pass. I believe this is Granite Pass right up here, probably where it dips down. Meadows are drying out though. Probably about a month ago that was pretty green. Now they're turning brown. It's just the time of year when it happens. So passing meadows and getting closer to Granite Pass. Granite Pass is coming a lot quicker in the day than I originally thought. There's a big climb near State Lakes at the end that I was kind of thinking of was Granite Pass, but this is Granite Pass. Would you look at this? Well, and that too. There are a couple little streams still flowing. I was able to exchange my pond water for this clear water. It flows down into that meadow we saw earlier. Still approaching Granite Pass. Not quite there yet, but I have some fresh water now. Right up top here is Granite Pass. So time to say goodbye to this gorgeous view. That's looking south. That's what I just walked through. So gotta get over the pass and see what's on the other side. Looks like I'm getting to the top of the pass because I see some mountains peeking over the other side. And yeah, look at that. It's the other side of Granite Pass. And looks like we just have more of a gorgeous high Sierra to go through. Some granite and some trees. And then let's do a 360 so you can see what the top of the pass itself looks like. So that's looking east, looking back south, and then a tiny bit of snow still left up there. And then this is the way we go. This is just the pretty view coming down the other side of Granite Pass. You can see there's a nice, cute little meadow there as well, with a little stream kind of winding through it. That stream may or may not have water. I probably will not know until I get closer. But that's probably the only time I'll be able to get this sort of view. So, just making sure I get it, and heading down Granite Pass. A little bit further down the pass now, and just getting really, really beautiful views. And this is nice and deep in the back country, so it's very peaceful here too. Heading down, and then if I get to a place that has water, I can see a little bit of water flowing through the meadow. Probably stop for lunch there. And dropping down to another pretty meadow. I'm in between two little high elevation meadows. I was able to get water from that little waterfall up there, and then back up there was Granite Pass. So still working my way down. I took a look at my map. I don't really have that much more to do today. I might actually do a detour because well, basically the areas between places I can camp, it's a pretty big, it's like 6 miles, so I'm gonna stop at the closest one, and depending on when I get to the area, I might just do a detour to see some extra high altitude lakes. So big steps, just making my way down, passing the meadows, you know, nice high peaks in the distance. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. This is lovely. The trail is passing directly next to this really pretty lower meadow here. Again, these are high altitude meadows, so they're pretty fragile, but they're gorgeous because they're surrounded by granite, and most of them have that little winding stream or creek through the middle. But it's fun to be right on the side of them and have a really nice view, you know, without the trees. A little bit different view of the trail in this section beyond just the meadows. So you can see we've got over here, we got granite, and then we have pine trees just as far as the eye can see. And this is the direction I'm heading right now. It's still basically north. Still heading down, but I have another change of scenery deep in the pine forest now, where it's beautiful and shaded and quiet and smells fantastic. And then, you know, while you're in here, you get little peeks up at the granite too. But I really like walking through the pine forest just because it's so shaded and the temperature is really usually pretty nice, and it smells great. Not only is there water, but there's little baby trout swimming in here. You can see one right there. There's one. I don't know where they're gonna go. This isn't very deep, but they're here. They're here and swimming around. Actually, all over the place here. There's a couple more right here. So I've been walking through this for a while, so I wanted to film it as well. Have some nice little creek crossings there. There's not a lot of water, but there's still some water flowing, which was better than before. And then this is the trail right here. It's kind of flattened out, and I'm walking granite and pine trees. And sometimes the pine trees are thick, sometimes you have big open spaces of granite like this. The trail is decent. I mean, you can kind of see it. In granite, it gets lost sometimes, but there's been enough maintenance on this that you can look for like rocks piled up and you know, rocks forming a line to kind of show you where to go. So kind of more cool scenery, and I'm loving the pine trees, I'm loving the blue skies, and I'm loving the proximity to not just water but running water, because that was an issue earlier in the day. Alright, we have a decision time here. So to go the direction I'm going, just in general, we need to go to Simpson's Meadow. That's going to happen tomorrow though, which is this way. So what I was planning to do is camp about 1.5 miles this way. Problem with that is you go down to a creek, and then after the creek you go straight up like 500 feet. Not fun. However, there's this option too, that to get back to that other side I want to camp is about a little over 4 miles, but you're still climbing, but it's more of a gradual climb, and you get to tour some lakes. So it's still fairly early in the afternoon. So I actually think I'm going to be a backcountry tourist and take this side spur up to the state lakes. So adventure time. Gonna do a little bit more today, but then again, like if I get to a campsite early and I'm set up and I've got like hours until dark, I kind of go stir crazy and don't know what to do with myself. So I'm gonna add a couple extra miles. It was gonna be kind of a short day anyway, and go see some lakes. Well, I hit my first state of the state lakes, and that's pretty amazing. That's just granite, goes straight down into water. On the side we got some trees. I'm clearly in some trees. Got some grasses down here. This is gorgeous. The climb was hard, I'm over 10,000 feet right now, and it's the end of the day, and I haven't hiked in a month. But this side trip has already been worth it, no matter where I camp tonight. Amazing. Very pretty. This is one of the other lakes in the area collectively known as State Lakes, and it is equally as beautiful. So you see you got the Granite Peaks, you got the trees, and you have the water. Gorgeous. This was well worth the the detour. It is getting late though, so I should head back to that other trail junction. Late in the day now. I am heading back to the junction of the trail. That'll take me down to Simpson Meadow tomorrow. I'll camp just in any good spot around that area. But this is a nice time of day. This is looking across that meadow. So basically what I did is I can kind of see that the trees are sloped up. I came up, and then we see that granite back there. That's where the lakes were, and I looped my way around to where I am now. But this time of day when the sun's at an angle, everything lights up and is really pretty. So about 1 more mile, and I'm packing it in for the day. Oh my goodness, I found a trail sign. The trail coming back from the lakes washed out a lot, and I ended up losing it, and then just coming cross country to where I know it would be intersecting the trail I needed to get to. So luckily I came out not too far off from this trail sign, and obviously the trail is pretty obvious right here, but it wasn't a little further back. But this is where I wanted to get tonight. There is, if you can see behind me, there is tons of good camping. So that's going to be it for today. And tomorrow I need to make it down to Simpson Meadow. Looks like this trail is very obvious in this section, so hopefully it will stay obvious. And then I'm following basically a river all the way up to the John Muir Trail / Pacific Crest Trail. They're the same trail in the same in that area. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, well that's it for today. That's day 2. Day 3 tomorrow.